Hello, if this is your first time, I'm Kyle.
And I'm Michelle, and we're the Wandering Shores.
So yes, we've been gone for a few weeks. I think our last video was about 22 days exactly ago, and we're hoping to explain a little bit about why. So currently, where are we at, Michelle?
We are in beautiful Sedona, Arizona, right inside the Coconino National Forest.
Yes, so this is a place, for those of you who've been following for over a year, you would have seen back in May of 2021. We stayed out here at this campsite, but this time it's a lot different for us. And so, real quick recap after the intro. So what have we been up to? Well, we left Yuma, Arizona in the beginning of February. Today is March 30th.
Yeah, it's the 30th.
March 30th, sorry, 2022. And after Yuma, we headed over to Tucson, where we had a great time at the Escapers Rally in Tucson. Then we headed up towards Mesa, Arizona for a few days to get a little bit of work done on the RV. We'll probably talk about that in a future video. And then we headed to Sedona, Arizona. And we're not alone this time. So we're going to take you with us as we kind of show you our current location. What we're excited to do, and we thought might be a perfect opportunity, is, we've been on the road for about 19 months now, and throughout that time we've met a lot of great people on the road, and this is a prime example of what road life can do and when you have common interests. So we are actually out here with several of our friends who have come out to camp with us out here in Sedona. Let me take you and turn you around real quick. So as you can see, we got about 5 rigs out here right now. We're going to introduce you to those folks. We're going to have you kind of learn a little bit about them. We'll talk about, maybe Michelle and I will talk about how we met them or through what connection we met them. And you're going to hear a little bit about their story. So we're excited to take you on a journey with how other full-timers have made it to the road, what kind of rig they have, how long they've been on the road, what motivated that decision. So we're going to probably allocate maybe 4 to 5 minutes a piece to each couple to kind of give you the synopsis of what's been going on and how they ended up here, and then we'll be back. So look forward to telling you the stories about all these great new friends that we've made, lifelong friends on the road. Michelle, any words of wisdom?
Life is better on the road with travel friends, for sure.
All right, we're excited to have some of our new friends that we've made along the way with us today. You want to do some introductions, please?
I'm Kristen.
I'm Eric.
And we are one whole of the Unrouted.
Yes, so we are here with Kristen and Eric, the Unrouted, on Instagram, and we thought it might be helpful for you guys to get to know a little bit more about them. So why don't you tell us a little bit about how you ended up full-time RVing?
I'm going to let you take that.
All right. Well, so we were living in Colorado, and we weren't quite ready to settle down yet, but we were originally from the East Coast, so we spent a lot of time out on the East Coast, and we weren't quite done with the West. So instead of buying a house, we set our sights on buying an RV, and it ended up working out. We came up with this plan a little bit before the pandemic started. So we were a little lucky on that front that we already started researching. We ended up going through purchasing the wrong rig, and then we bought the right rig, and here we are.
In a new truck.
In a new truck. Yeah, long story there, but we ended up with a 40-foot Jayco fifth wheel, a 2018 336 F-Bach, and we have a F350 dually. That's kind of our setup right now.
So how long have you guys been on the road, Kristen?
Ooh, since January of 2021. Yes. Our plans for this started in June of 2020. And then with the rig changes and stuff, it kind of got delayed. But we've been in this rig since January 2021, so about a year and a half.
Yeah, wow.
Excellent. And what has been the favorite location you guys have been to so far on your travels?
Ooh.
In general, as a state, we really love Utah and Washington.
Yeah, I would say our favorite, one of my favorite national parks. I don't know if you have the same one, but Mount Rainier.
Yep.
Probably.
Mount Rainier, and then we really loved Yellowstone too.
Which is actually a great segue into how we met the Wandering Shores.
Well, how was it that we met?
Well, funny you should ask. We were staying in a horse camp because it was one of the one places to boondock in Mount Rainier, and I guess we posted a story, and I think Kyle recognized the location, and we ended up realizing that we were in the same boondocking location for the whole week.
Before that, though, we kept looking at your rig before we knew you, saying, "Oh, that's a great spot.
Oh,
we wish
yeah.
we had that spot."
Yep.
Wonder when they're leaving. And then we also saw that you had a sticker on your RV, and we thought, "Oh, they must be part of the
Full-time,
Instagram crew."
yeah.
But I couldn't read your name fully, and then we found out that you were the Wandering Shores.
Yes, and we had actually talked a few times online through Instagram regarding boondocking locations, and I had reached out to them. Many of you guys have seen the video from Leavenworth where we camped out on the Lake Wenatchee airstrip. Well, that was thanks to both Eric and Kristen, who had been there about a week before us and were gracious enough to send us some very detailed Google Map images that included how to drive back to the actual airstrip instead of just getting stuck up in the front near the parking lot.
Okay, he's being nice. It wasn't that detailed. I drew a little line on Google Maps on a screenshot.
But it was super helpful for us. We would have probably not driven back down that snowmobile road to get back there had Eric and Kristen not already been back there, and with a much larger rig than we currently have.
And we cleared out the snakes ahead of time for you.
I love snakes, so you could have left those. So tell us a little bit. Are you retired? Are you working? What's that current situation?
We're trust fund babies.
I wish we were retired.
We wish.
No, we are not retired. We both work full-time from the road. I am a project manager for Carfax.
And I am an online teacher and a curriculum project manager.
So yeah, both of our jobs are remote.
Yep.
And
Eric's was fully remote before we started, and then I have found remote work since, and it's really worked out for us. So we're able to kind of balance both of those things pretty well. We have 3 different internet providers now.
we do.
And
And
Kyle's
a wee
Starlink
boost.
if we're
And
near
Starlink
him.
whenever we're near the Wandering
Yeah,
Shores.
so make that 4. But yeah, that's how we're making it work.
Excellent. And so moving forward from here, we're currently in the Grand Canyon, and where are you guys headed this spring?
Page, Moab, and then possibly Colorado.
I still want to see the Grand Tetons. We missed that last
We
year.
did miss that for internet
Um,
connection. That's why.
We have hopes and dreams of making it up to Alaska. We'll see how things work
We
out.
speak it into existence.
Yeah.
And it's on this video. Then
Because
we
obviously
have to go.
we're going to need to work first. That's kind of our first
It's
priority.
YouTube
so-
official if they said it on here,
We
guys.
said it on here, so now we have to go. We have to
Yeah.
have a follow-up video after Alaska.
Right.
That's the plan now. That's the hope, and that would take up most of the summer.
Yeah, so just quick update for those viewers. We actually have been traveling on and off with Eric and Kristen for about 7 or 8 months now. After we had initially been introduced in person up in Washington State, we caught back up with them in Oregon, and then we separated for a bit as we headed over to Mount Hood area, and they went down the coast. And then we met up again in Napa, California for a while, and then we caught back up in Sedona, which is going to be in some of the videos that you're about to see, either right before this one or right after this one. So we will be planning to travel with them for much of the spring and early summer up to Moab, and who knows, even maybe into Colorado and the Grand Tetons up in Wyoming, etc. So anything you guys want to say in closing about the RV nomad life?
Ooh.
It's been the best year and a half of our life, and we wouldn't change anything except for installing solar and an inverter sooner.
And a dishwasher.
And we don't have one of those, but that would be a
No,
game changer.
I will mimic that. It's definitely been the best year of my life, and seen and experienced so many awesome things and met so many great people. I think that was the surprise of RV life to us, was, you know, we knew we were going to see a lot of cool places, but we did not anticipate meeting and making these incredible friendships that we've made along the way. So I think that's been the most rewarding aspect.
All right. Thanks, everyone, for watching this clip. We're going to introduce you to some more of our friends while Eric plays with his large axe. All right. We are here with our latest road friend, and we'll have him do an introduction. And this is one of our only van lifer friends.
Oh, yeah. So my name is Mark. I am Mark on the Move on Instagram. I met Kyle and Michelle in Sedona, as well as Eric and Kristen, the Unrouted, who you might be seeing their interview soon. But yeah, I'm a full-time van lifer. I moved into my van about a month ago, and I've done 2 big trips so far. The first was Moab and then Sedona, where I met Kyle and the Wandering Shores. But yeah, I'm a full-time van lifer and photographer, and that's how I make most of my money on the road. But yeah.
Yeah, you got to check him out. He is Mark on the Move with Instagram, and I'll tag that both in the comments section below as well as here on the screen. And you've got TikTok, I understand.
I am a TikToker, yeah. So I started posting on TikTok, it was like 2 days before the new year of 2022. And I had like a couple videos explode, and now I'm sitting at like 315,000 followers on TikTok. So some would call me an influencer.
He is officially an influencer. While we were down in Sedona, he had an opportunity to do some work with a local hotel as well.
Yep.
So some of that is on his social media account as well. So you definitely need to check that out. So you're fresh on the road. What's been the most surprising thing for you since you've hit the road about 3 weeks ago?
The most surprising thing to me is the amount of people that are willing to help and offer knowledge that someone who like just started being on the road wouldn't know. I'm like the least handiest person that you'll ever meet. I did not convert this van. I bought it. It probably would have taken me like 6 months to a year to convert a van, and I just didn't have that much time to get on the road. I kind of wanted to do it sooner than later. So I purchased this van, but meeting the Wandering Shores and everybody else, they've been super helpful. It's very much a family out here. Everyone's super helpful and always willing to like lend a helping hand, and they're full of good information on electricity and anything you could think of that is involved with the camping and RV life and van life. So
well, yes, yesterday was your first opportunity to clean out your composting toilet. Tell us a little bit about that.
So that was fun. It wasn't as bad as I thought, but I definitely overestimated the size of the liquid containment jug. So you can just put that in perspective of what had to happen to get that clean. But it wasn't as bad as I thought. Definitely a good learning experience. But now I know to not overestimate the size of the small liquid container.
So yeah, we met Mark, like he mentioned, on the top of Cathedral Rock, and he came over to our boondocking spot with us in Sedona. You'll probably see some photos of that in upcoming videos, if not the video before this. And then he enjoyed our company so much, I like to believe, that he drove down to Phoenix from Sedona and then turned around and came up about another 6.5 hours to hang out with us here at the Grand Canyon for a few days.
That is correct, yeah. So, I mean, you guys were so awesome in Sedona. From like the first couple conversations that we had, I knew you guys were good people. And then especially after us camping together, it was either I went from Phoenix back to Sedona and hung out in Sedona for like a week by myself, or came back up here and hung out with you guys, and that seemed like the much better option, just because you guys are so welcoming. It's like such a family atmosphere. Everyone's super friendly, and I'd rather be around people like you than just hanging out by myself. So
well, we're excited that you came up and joined us, and it sounds like we may be seeing you again in Utah, in Moab area too.
That is correct, yeah. So I got some travels planned up around like the northern Arizona, southern Utah border. So I'm going to do that, and then might meet up with you guys in Page, and then after that, yeah, I think is Moab. So I'll probably be in that area as well. I'll probably be bopping around the Southwest a little bit more until it gets too hot, and then probably be spending some of the summer in Colorado, some of it in Wyoming, and some of it in Montana. So that's my my plan, and hopefully the West Coast.
So, one last question. Are you a solo traveler, or do you have any pets, any other friends and family that are staying with you?
So, as of right now, I am a solo van lifer. I do have a dog because of the size of the interior of the van. I actually have 2 dogs. So, as of right now, I'm a solo traveler. My girlfriend might be interested in coming on the road with me in a couple of weeks. We'll see what happens, but to have 2 people and 2 very, very furry dogs in our van, it's just a little bit tight. So right now they stay at her parents' house, and then we'll see what happens with her. I know she kind of wants to figure out her financial situation first and land a remote job. But yeah, we'll see. As of right now, I'm solo. Hopefully in like a month or 2, I will be with her. And hopefully we can figure out something with the dogs. I'm not 100% sure about that, but as of right now, I am solo.
All right. Again, it was a fantastic opportunity to meet with Mark, and I will post his Instagram and TikTok links below in the comments section, and you'll be meeting a few more of our friends that we've made on the road here in the upcoming videos. All right, we're excited to have our next video and interview with some of our friends we've made on the road, and I'll bring you over here so you can kind of quickly see their rig. They're going to tell you more about who they are and what they live in. And whoops, sorry, that was just the chair, everyone. So all right, so tell us a little bit about who you are and how you got started full-time RVing.
I'm Mike.
Hi,
and
Mike.
I'm Nisha.
Hi, Nisha.
And our YouTube channel is Worth Every Mile.
Yes, check out their channel. I'm going to put those links in the description for both their Instagram and their YouTube channel, Worth Every Mile.
And we got started because we got tired of working our life away. We wanted to travel more, and we knew in the 9-to-5 gig we would not be able to do that. So it took us a couple years of planning and selling most of everything we have to make the dream happen.
Where did you guys start out at?
Grand Junction, Colorado.
Grand Junction, Colorado, yes.
And I'm from Fruita, Colorado. So.
Oh, and Fruita, Colorado.
Yeah.
Excellent. Yeah, so it seems like we're meeting a lot of people that have roots based in Colorado since we've been on the road.
It's such a beautiful state.
That everybody wants to leave. Just kidding. All right, so how long have you been on the road then?
It's been almost 2 years. So in June will be our 2-year Nomad anniversary.
No.
Yep.
Right. Excellent. And so tell us a little bit about your rig that you guys live in.
So we started out with a humongous rig. We had a 43-foot toy hauler. And currently we are down to a 20-foot enclosed trailer conversion that we did ourselves.
Yes, and I am going to share their YouTube channel. They're doing a step-by-step renovation video system series right now on their channel, and I'll also put a full walkthrough video that a set of close friends of theirs did, which is actually how we discovered them, but we'll get to that in a minute.
And we have been living in this conversion for about 3.5 months now, so it's still new to us. We're getting all the quirks out of it and getting used to it.
Yeah. Nice part though is we built it, so you're not figuring out, oh, this doesn't work or that doesn't work, or how we're not getting the glitches like you would if you bought one from a manufacturer.
Absolutely, and I think, like Mike said, since he and Nisha know the inner workings of everything in the RV, it makes making identifying problems or issues a lot quicker because you know how everything's wired or plumbed, etc. And it's such a unique build. I can't wait for you guys to check it out on the channel.
And also we get to bring both of our toys with us, which include a Razor and a smart car.
There's the Razor right there on the back of their very large, impressive tow vehicle. And then back here is the smart car. So as you'll see in the videos, they actually park the smart car in their RV when in transit.
Yep.
It's a wonderfully designed, very unique system that you just have to see to believe.
Thank you.
Yeah, we really enjoy the smart car when you're going through national parks or just going into town. Well, originally we started out with a motorcycle and the big fifth wheel, and that is so weather dependent.
Yep.
We've been in hailstorms.
Yes, and
We've
then we
been
went to
in
a
the
dune
work-
buggy, which was not any better because it didn't have a top.
Yeah.
So.
So they've had a lot of different toys, but they've settled on these two, and I think they're extremely
now,
happy with
yep,
it. Yes.
Yep.
So tell the story about how we met you guys. Real recently, as of maybe about 3 or 4 weeks ago.
Yep.
Yeah. So we're trying to find some boondocking on what is it? Forest Service Road 525 in Sedona, and we keep going down, and everything's full, and we're just going down, and we're like about 6 miles in, and it's like, okay, we got to turn around and try to find somewhere else. Well, we go to turn around, and it was your camp area where everybody was set up, and right at the end of you guys' camp area there was an open spot, so we just pulled right in
Yep.
and made that our home.
Kind of surprised everybody after their hike back.
Yeah, so we actually had we had about 4 other rigs there, and just before Mike and Nisha showed up, our friends Tim and Ursula had taken off. They had the Airstream, and I believe they actually crossed paths as they were driving in, and Ursula and Tim were driving out. And so we were out on a hike that day, and we came back. It was after dark, and I had seen that somebody's rig was over there in that spot. And the next morning I woke up, and I looked out, and I thought, that's a very unique setup, and it's got a smart car. And then it dawned on me that I had actually been watching their YouTube channel for about a month or two since they were up in Quartzsite.
Yep.
And about 2 days before they arrived in Sedona, I had just watched the video of them heading down to Imperial Dam LTVA for a couple days, which is actually where many of you guys know we spent pretty much our entire winter there in Yuma for 4 months. So, the next day we actually had a chance to strike up a conversation with them since I already knew their names from their video, and it made things a little bit easier, but also a little bit creepy when somebody walks up to you and knows your name. That actually happened to us in the exact same location in Sedona. 2 ladies came up to us and said, "Hey, Kyle and Michelle," and I thought,
Ooh.
I don't really know how they know me, but then I realized they had seen our videos. So,
But now we met like 8 new friends from
Yeah.
that, you know?
Yeah.
So
yeah,
it's
so now we're actually traveling together. As you can see this video, we're not currently in Sedona by the background. We're up in the Grand Canyon with these guys, and we'll be here. Michelle and I will be heading out here in a couple days, and they'll be staying a little bit longer, but I'm sure we'll cross paths again since eventually they're going to make their way back to Colorado this summer, and we're probably heading that direction too. So one last question from each of you. What is your favorite RV-related item that you've either gotten before you departed or since you've been on the road that you couldn't live without? Mike, we'll start with you.
Yep.
Why you gotta start with me? I really don't know. I mean, the best part of, I think, for boondocking is solar.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, I guess
It's been
it's
a game
after.
changer
Yeah.
for sure.
So I would say solar for me, because it's awesome not having to pull out the generator, start the generator all the time, get fuel.
That is a really good one.
I would say solar for
Absolutely.
me.
I utilize because I can turn on my coffee pot,
Yeah.
I can do my hair, I can do anything without turning on a generator.
Yeah, so.
Good
And that
answer.
was
I agree.
after we
Solar's a
started.
game changer.
Yeah.
That is a good one.
Nisha, what about you?
The smart car.
Oh, the smart car. All right.
Yes. It's been nice because you don't have to worry about the weather. You don't have to worry about, like, if it's hot, you can have air conditioning. We can park it anywhere. We can get groceries in it. You can do propane. You know, it's a really good daily driver for a lot.
Does the smart car have a name?
Not really.
All right. For those of you guys watching that may happen to watch Nomadic Fanatic, he has the exact same smart
Yeah.
car, a little white one.
Yep.
He calls Tater Tot.
Tater.
So I didn't know if these guys had a name for their smart car too. But yeah, I can imagine it would be so helpful to be able to just scoot around town, and obviously for parking too when you go to these national parks that are so busy nowadays. Being able to just find a much smaller parking spot to park that
Yep.
thing in is perfect. So not to mention it fits in your really cool trailer. So
Well, we can also carry all of our gear in the back and not have to worry about packing it like on the motorcycle. And yeah.
Yeah, for hiking or
Mhm.
whatever we're doing that day, have a cooler, and
Yep.
yeah, it's really convenient.
all right. Well, thanks for watching this clip and and
guys.
meeting with Nisha and Mike from Worth Every Mile. Again, check out their links. I'll put their Instagram and their YouTube channel below. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.